Oh my goodness. That was an absolute crazy show. Money in the Bank is over, and I have a lot to talk about. Toronto brought in all the energy they could, and they delivered. The first thing I want to talk about is Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton versus the Bloodline. And oh my goodness, all these guys tore each other up. This match went absolutely crazy. And before the match could even start, if you saw Money in the Bank last night, Kevin Owens, this guy is staring down at Jacob Fatu before the match even starts. So everybody gets a chance to fight. Cody wanted Solo, but obviously Solo just tricked everybody and myself to fighting Cody Rhodes and just sends Tama Tonga in there. Fast forward here, we get to Jacob Fatu stepping in the ring for the first time in WWE. And I'm going to tell you right now, Jacob Fatu is absolutely amazing. If you are not familiar with Jacob Fatu, look up his matches. This dude can deliver suicide dives, jumping off the top rope with a big splash or a headbutt. Like, this dude is absolutely crazy. I'm going to send it towards the end here because it got more interesting. Solo Sikoa pins Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes is the WWE champion. Everybody has been speculating that this was going to happen. Solo pinning Cody Rhodes. And this is going to lead to Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against the so-called tribal chief, Solo Sikoa. And I liked his SmackDown vignette too. Oh yeah, and during the matchup, the crowd was absolutely hating on Solo. They were chanting, F you Solo. So obviously this is now going to lead to Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam. And then I believe, and I'm sure everyone has said this is where Roman Reigns is going to make his return. I'm actually hyped to see what's going to happen on SmackDown. So we go from the Bloodline to a former member of the group, Sami Zayn, defending the Intercontinental Championship against the badass Braun Breaker. And obviously the people in Toronto give Sami Zayn a standing ovation because they're in Canada. I'm not saying that I'm mad about it, okay? Braun Breaker did everything he could to beat Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship, but he was unsuccessful. By the way, this is Braun Breaker's first ever pay-per-view matchup ever since being called up to the main roster. There was a point where Sami Zayn was going to do one of his old moves that he used to do in NXT. You know, when he jumps right through the turnbuckles and does a tornado DDT to his opponent? That's what he was trying to do. Until Braun Breaker put a stop to it. Fast forward to the match, Braun Breaker literally jumps all the way to the top rope as Sami Zayn is sitting in the corner on the top rope, and Braun Breaker literally just does a freaking Frankensteiner. As we get towards the end, Braun Breaker was about to spear Sami Zayn into next week, but Sami Zayn countered and did his own corner finisher, the Haluva Kick. 1, 2, 3, Sami Zayn is still the Intercontinental Champion. So what's next for Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker? Where do they go from here? Do they run it back? Or do they just move on? I don't know, but I have a feeling that they have a big plan for Sami Zayn at SummerSlam. Now let's move on to the ladder matches. We got the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. That's Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, Io Sky, Lyra Valkyria, and Zoe Stark. And no, I'm not doing Samantha Irvin's impression of Chelsea Green. No, I ain't doing that. Wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you right now. Everybody died. Literally, everybody. But only one survived. And that was Tiffany Stratton. And I was one of the people to say, I'm going for Tiffany Stratton to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. Tiffany Stratton is Miss Money in the Bank, and rightfully so. She deserves it. I hope she customizes the briefcase too. Then we move on to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. This match has LA Knight, yeah, Chad Gable, Carmelo Hayes, Jey Uso, Yeet, Andrade, and the ultimate CM Punk hater himself, Drew McIntyre. And literally everybody died in this match too. But only one survived. And, well, it's Drew McIntyre. There was actually a spot where I thought Jey Uso was going to win. Climbing up the ladder, he was reaching the hook of the briefcase, but then he got smacked in the face with a ladder by Drew McIntyre. And that's where Drew McIntyre climbed all the way to the top of the ladder, he unhooked the briefcase, and he's now Mr. Money in the Bank. Now I saved this one for last. Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now this match was absolutely awesome. But the thing about this is the ending of the match. Sure, they did some awesome moves during the match, but I want to talk about the ending. There was a part where Seth Rollins did the Falcon Arrow move and he got the pinfall. 1, 2, but the ref stopped. Why? Because this happened. People on social media said that Damian Priest was supposed to kick out, but he didn't. But here is my theory on what should have happened. Seth Rollins did the Falcon Arrow. He goes for the cover. During the pinfall, Drew McIntyre's music hits. Maybe that is what was supposed to happen. But I don't know if it was like some sort of mistake in the back. I don't know. Maybe someone's getting fired after this. But going back to the actual pay-per-view, Drew McIntyre's music hits. He goes in, cashes in his briefcase. The match is now a triple threat. McIntyre did everything that he can to regain that World Heavyweight Championship that he lost at WrestleMania. Now, I don't know if this was botched or anything, but Drew McIntyre connected a Claymore, but it looked like he didn't connect it all the way. So he tries to pin Damian Priest. But all of a sudden, the guy that you're seeing right now, CM Punk, comes in here, starts attacking Drew McIntyre, and just wants to kill the guy. Punk attacks McIntyre with brutal chair shots, and Punk gets a wire and wraps it around McIntyre's neck, choking the absolute crap out of him. When was the last time you see someone choking the life out of somebody? So he continues with the chair shots. Drew McIntyre is trying to get back into the ring. CM Punk was going to continue with the chair shots, but then he sees the World Heavyweight Championship. He picks it up, takes it, and he bashes Drew McIntyre in the face with the belt. And then that's where Damian Priest went for his South of Heaven chokeslam, and he got the 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest is still the World Heavyweight Champion. This means that Seth Rollins, even though he wasn't pinned, he cannot challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship as long as Damian Priest is the champion. CM Punk screws Drew McIntyre once again. I mean, I don't blame him because of what Drew McIntyre did to him on SmackDown when they were in Chicago. I've seen a lot of posts on social media saying that this is getting stale. This is getting too repetitive. I've seen this already. This needs to stop. Do you marks even know what you're gonna get with this story between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre? Depending on if Punk is clear from injury, he will be taking on Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam. Then they're gonna do a rematch at Bash in Berlin in Germany. And the third and final match between these two is gonna happen at Bad Blood when these guys are gonna fight inside Hell in a Cell. Say whatever you want, but this is a fantastic story. Now, the thing that people also have been saying on social media is that
the Money in the Bank briefcase is wasted.
No, it's not. Big stories don't need a briefcase. They don't need a championship. They don't need a contract. It doesn't need anything. Plus, none of the people in the Money in the Bank ladder match were World Championship material. Drew McIntyre is the only one. LA Knight's going after Logan Paul. Jey Uso, he's doing what he wants to do. Carmelo Hayes is brand new. Andrade is just there. And Chad Gable is feuding with the Wyatt Six. Like I said earlier, none of those guys are World Championship material. They're not ready for that yet. And the fact that people also said that the men's Money in the Bank ladder match was literally a waste of time. It was not. The current champions in WWE are Cody Rhodes, who's the WWE champion, and soon to be the World Heavyweight Champion is going to be Gunther. None of the people in the Money in the Bank ladder match were going to be able to cash in successfully. Look at what WWE did with Austin Theory 2 years ago. Vince McMahon, who was high on Austin Theory, literally just put him in the match, and he literally just booked him to win the damn match. Austin Theory didn't qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match. He was literally in a match with Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship, and he literally lost that match. Austin Theory was Mr. Money in the Bank. And who was the WWE champion at the time? Roman Reigns. So Triple H had to fix that and had to have Austin Theory lose the damn briefcase. So you Mark saying that the Money in the Bank briefcase was wasted? I'm gonna say this one more time. None of the people in that Money in the Bank ladder match was World Championship material. And stop saying that Triple H is the worst booker of all time. He's not the worst booker. He's literally one of the best bookers of all time. And that's not me kissing WWE and Triple H's ass. That's the truth. So enjoy what WWE is giving you. But what do you guys think? Do you think that the Money in the Bank briefcase was wasted? And what did you think of Money in the Bank? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, tap the notification bell for more videos. Follow me on Twitter @EthanSoyShow, and I'll see you on the next one.